Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Final Soldier on the TurboGrafx 16. If you've never played the game before, it's one of the Soldier games. Quite obviously it's actually the second Soldier game, although it was never released over here originally, because this is one of the Hanabi Festival games, which is why it costs a little bit more and why there's some Japanese in the game. But basically it's a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up. This one actually allows you to choose what type of weapons you want. So your laser power-ups, you can choose to have either spear, short or bubble. Your E-beam, you can choose different modes of that. Same with the fire, and same with what types of missile you want. So you can either have them firing out the front, out the back, or have them homing on. And then you can choose your difficulty level as well. So that's about that then. The normal game is just as you'd expect really. You go, well, bottom to top and you shoot enemies. You can still change your engine speed by pushing select, so that's something that, well, while not many people talk about it, I think it's something that people might want to know, because I never ever like shoot 'em ups when my craft is going really slow, so I love the fact that this actually lets you have the choice to have it super fast. And obviously Gradius does that, but you have to get power-ups for it, and this is a standard. But being a vertically scrolling shoot 'em up, you just basically go bottom to top, shoot a load of enemies, you then get a sub-boss, you shoot that, and then you get a main boss and you kill him. The levels on this are slightly longer than the other ones, so that might put a few people off, because I know some people complained that the levels were a bit long to begin with anyway. And they are actually, well, it's hard to judge by time, but I'd say they take at least about a minute longer. And that's, even then that's just on the earlier levels, a bit longer for the later ones. But you still get your usual stuff. You shoot enemies, you can get different power-ups, you can upgrade the power-ups by collecting more of them. You can get, like, for example, these little things down here to the left of me craft. When I collect one of them, obviously I only get one little pod, but collect the second one, it upgrades to 2 little pods, and they just help you out. So that's pretty much all there is to say about that. As I say, you just basically go bottom to top, shoot a lot of enemies, you go on to the next level. Quite cool about the game though, is if you don't like any of the weapons that you've chose, if you decide to lose all of your lives, then you actually get a choice to choose your weapons again before you go into the level. And you can do this on, for example, say if you got up to level 2, you didn't like your levels, just die and you'll get the choice to choose your weapons again. So that's pretty cool. But I'm going to shut up for a few seconds, let you listen to a bit of the music, and then I'm going to cut into the 2 and 5 minute modes, although I'll just do the 5 minute mode because it's the same as the 2 but longer. And just basically, if you've never watched one of my previous reviews, the 2 and 5 minute modes are just challenge modes where you play for 2 or 5 minutes and beat your high score. So, alright, I'll shut up now. So there we go then, that's a bit of the music. This is the 5 minute mode. It's, as I say, it's basically, you've got this one stage to play on the 5 and the 2 minute mode, but the 5 minute mode you get more time. And it's still the same gist, you go bottom to top shooting enemies, sometimes a boss will come along, and you just basically kill as many things you can and shoot as many bonuses and the likes to get, well, to get a high score. Then you basically take that high score, and if you've got friends who've got the game, you challenge them to the high score and the likes. It's not something that's on the game, so there isn't a challenge mode or anything like that connected to the internet. You just basically get your high score and say, well, try and beat that. And if there's any websites that you know of that run high scoreboards, then you can do the same on there. Because it's something that we actually do at the VCF, and quite a lot of us like the 2 and 5 minute modes for that reason. So, that's, as I say, that's the whole gist of the game. The same as the last games, where if you've got power-ups, you don't die straight away when you get hit, you go down to the last power-up. And on this, you don't actually get any other power-ups other than the main weapon, which is the machine guns, the Vulcan cannon or whatever. So you can't get any of the like lasers and ion cannons and stuff like that. So that might disappoint a few, but personally I think that the machine gun is probably the best weapon on the game. So that's pretty much everything there is to say about the mode and the likes. However, when you pause the game, the timer still actually goes down. So if I pause it now, and you notice in the top left corner, the timer still goes down. Now I learnt this the hard way, because at the part where, you might remember when I got up to 2 rather large ships, well, I had about 250,000 at that point, paused the game to help someone, unpaused it, and even though I'd only been playing for about 40 seconds, I had 5 seconds remaining, and I wanted to cry because that was the best score I'd managed to get. So, it's something I just thought I'd best warn people of. If you want to pause the game, then hit the home button, because then that way the timer doesn't go down. So there we go then. that's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.